Ooh, it's getting hot, Jacques.
Pretty toasty.
I think it's probably time to start some seeds for summer.
I mean, I got a nice little summer collection here, so
I've got some peppers.
let's do it.
Let's do it. My friends, I've got these 2 little drawers. These came from the seed starting cabinet, which you haven't seen. I'm gonna show you right now. It's one of my most prized possessions.
True.
Tracked it down. It's an old library catalog, Jacques, from 1978, from your alma mater, UC San Diego.
Hey, it's almost as old as me.
I know, yeah, he's an old soul. He's also just an old guy, honestly. So what I'm doing today is I'm focusing on peppers.
Oh, okay.
So all peppers all the
here
time
for
because
it.
I have a lot of different varieties. Last year, I slimmed my peppers down. The year prior, you remember I did about 60 varieties.
Too many.
Too many, and so now I think I'm gonna expand again.
Try to
'Cause
get in the middle.
I got some fun ones I wanna try out.
All right.
If you're watching this video, guys, it's a good time to start another batch of seeds. So pop a drink out, pop some trays out. We actually have this new pastel collection, some really cool 6 cells, yellow, this river color, this sort of blue color, and then an almond color.
I like that one a lot.
I don't know what it is. I'm kind of obsessed with all these different colors.
It's
but
pretty fun.
Anyways, what are you starting today?
So I'm doing a classic little blend of a little bit of sensory, some flowers, a little bit of aroma through herbs, and some tasty little summer treats.
Wow,
So
okay.
I've got a little collection here, and I think
I'm just
you
a
might
simpleton.
like what you see.
I'm just a simpleton over here, growing peppers only.
I'm gonna start with a little bit of a pollinator game,
Okay.
and that is the Cosmos. In this case, it's the Bright Lights blend. I need more butterflies all the time, always, so I definitely want some Cosmos in my garden.
Okay, I like that. What I'm gonna do here is, I of course have all of our pepper seeds, hot and sweet, right?
Hot
So
and
I've got
sweet.
all the botanical stuff that we'll talk about, but peppers, I have so many different varieties that friends have sent me.
Yeah.
So Jim Duffy at Refining Fire Chilies, my friend Spicy Mustache, my friend Hand Tool Rescue here on YouTube, but I'm actually gonna start with the Peter pepper.
Hey, I don't know if we're allowed to put a picture up, but if we're not, just Google it.
Just Google it. You'll
Peter pepper.
find something a little unique. You know what I'm saying? Peppers, you don't really have to sow that deep,
Nah.
but it's not the end of the world if you do.
Yeah, I find that it almost doesn't matter where you sow them. They're just gonna come up.
I would agree.
And the older peppers will have worse germination, but they will come eventually.
They will come eventually, and that's something that actually a lot of people say about the Peter pepper.
Anyway, so I'm gonna go in with Senora Zinnia. Just none of this was planned, but it's a really nice looking zinnia. It's got, it looks like a double flower. It has the pink ruffles on the outside, nice little pop of yellow on the middle, and I like what I see. So I'm gonna go in with a full tray on that guy.
I'm gonna tell you this, and you're gonna be jealous because I'm going in with one of your favorite peppers, Biquinho White.
Oh, white.
Not
I haven't grown that.
yellow. So I'm going in with actually 3 seeds per because I know these are old seed.
Yeah.
As a rule of thumb, as Jacques mentioned, the older the seed, the more you're going to want to pop in just a couple extra. And you know, it's just because the germination rate falls off.
Yeah, and I actually had a pepper seed that I started 2 years ago, and I just left it there. It wouldn't germinate after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then like 6 weeks later, I just kept watering it.
Yeah.
It germinated. So
Persistence.
it's really slow, but it is possible.
I can't say no to a Buena Mulata. It is this sort of longish, pointed end. You've got this nice kind of like,
It's like almost metallic.
It's like yeah, exactly. It's almost like an oil slick metal type of look.
Really cool.
The reason why, Jacques, I'm doing this is because this year, every year I try to pick a new focus in the garden.
Yeah.
This year my focus is actually what your focus has been in the past, which is to kitchen, right?
Nice.
And so
I like
I'm
that.
really trying to focus on that, and I've gotten pretty far, I have to say. I've developed a few recipes that I really like, and I've actually learned to preserve a little bit more, to can a little bit more. Over on our Epic Homesteading channel, you can check out our maladventures in that world as we're just learning.
But they taste good though.
That's the thing, is they
do
taste really good.
So I just went in with Envy, which
Okay.
is a zinnia that's entirely green. I grew something like this last year, and I just thought it looked really cool. Actually, this is chartreuse as a color. So that's a greenish color.
I always thought
Looks really cool.
chartreuse was an alcohol.
It might
You know?
be.
I just thought it was
Maybe
a
it's a little
type of
bit of both.
alcohol. And you know what? I'm an innocent guy. I don't know these
It's
things.
true.
You know, it's hard for me to decide because all of Jim's peppers are really nice. I've
You
got
should
the
definitely do the Leysa,
yeah, I've got the
That's like
Leysa
the-
pepper.
world's sweetest pepper, I think. So I'm going in with a half tray of this long-standing cilantro because I already have multiple successions, and this year I'm committed to successioning my cilantro to
Oh,
stop
yeah?
it from bolting and have cilantro year-round through the summer. Now,
Okay.
one thing that I did this last time is I took the seeds and actually smash them in my fingers to try to crack open the seed husk.
I think that's a really smart
And
call.
I'm dropping them all over the place. But it actually did increase my germination.
Yeah.
I think it gets the water in there deeper and it speeds up the germ.
I honestly think that's a genius move. You know, cilantro, I've grown cilantro as microgreens in the past. It's a challenging one. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a challenging one specifically when you grow as microgreens because you have so many of that same seed that just doesn't really want to germ sometimes.
Right, and then it just gets moldy.
A lot of folks ask what pen we like to use. Weirdly, we've tested just about everything out there.
Yep.
And this is the one. The Artline Garden Marker, it will not come off, whatever you put it on.
Yeah,
it won't come off.
I actually went on a pretty deep hunt on these, and I think one of the markers I tried was like 20 bucks, and I lost the cap, and I was really sad. So these are not 20 bucks, and they actually work just as well or maybe better than that one.
Yeah.
And I have tags from literally 2 years ago that still I could read.
Yeah.
And they've been outside in the sun, don't care.
Yeah, they work really well. I mean, obviously, use them with our 6 cells or with our entire seedling tray line. We're actually developing our own type of plant tag that we think is going to be a little bit better than this plasticky type of one. That's not on the store quite yet.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So here's what I'm excited about. I love growing stuff that is a hybrid cross that is just made by someone who's passionate.
Yeah.
Right? And this is actually a fellow YouTuber. His name, at least on YouTube, is Hand Tool Rescue. I really recommend you guys check his channel out. It's super fun channel, very satisfying to watch. He finds all these old hand tools. I even saw him do some garden stuff.
Oh,
so he
cool.
took like an old, you know, sewing machine and like all sorts of different things like that and turned it into, you know, a refurbed
Something
garden
useful.
tool. So this one, I don't know if I can say, because he's got an interesting sense of humor, I'll say that much.
yeah.
This one's called It's Not a Tumor.
I think that one is probably the safest from all of them.
That's the safer
Based on
one.
what else I'm reading in there.
But
think you're
let's just
good.
say, you know, there are going to be some cool varieties. So I'm curious. I actually don't remember what species of pepper this is, because peppers, you know, you've got Capsicum Annuum, Capsicum
Right.
Chinense, Capsicum Flexuosum. You
Yeah.
have all these different varieties.
And they have different kind of cold withstanding properties and different growth habits. So I'm going in with Tetra Dill. This is one that I was actually really excited about because usually when you get dill, it's the bouquet style dill that produces the flower head, and it looks really cool, but it flowers really quickly, and I actually want to eat the dill leaf. So this one from BI is called Tetra, and it's more bushy, it grows more leaves, it's more resistant to producing the flower head. So if you don't want the flower head, like, which is very useful for pickles, and you actually want dill, highly recommend you guys check out Tetra Dill.
This one's called Red Redemption.
Okay,
A little
that's
play off
safe.
of the classic video game. I wish I had some final photos of this for you guys, but I guess I'll have to be the one to grow them out this year.
And then I'm going in with a moss curled parsley. I like the curled parsley way more than the flat leaf stuff. And I actually don't have any right now. And I'm really sad because I have a lot of cilantro and I need my parsley to make chimichurri.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now, Jacques, is I'm going to dip out of my friend's seeds and kind of go into some selections from us at Botanical.
Cool.
I'm going to mix it up and I'm going to go into some sweets, I think.
I was
which-
actually really happy with the selection of sweet peppers. from
There's
them.
my drawer. I got my drawer. So a lot of folks will say, you know, don't bother growing bell peppers. Number one, you can get them at the store. Number two, they don't produce a lot. And to some degree, I could agree, but I actually think there's a lot that are worthwhile, like this guy here.
This one is my favorite. It's the only bell pepper I'm personally growing because it's sweet, crispy, delicious.
Orange Sun.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Orange Sun, and I think what's cool about this is it's going to go from green to orange. You can pick it in either stage. Obviously, if you're going to grow Orange Sun, I would say probably let it get to that orange stage before you grow it,
But
before you pick it.
That is an interesting kind of fun thing with peppers is that green bell peppers can just be a pepper that's not ripe. And
Exactly.
any pepper that you grow will probably start off green. And actually they all taste a little bit different. So it's kind of fun to play with that as well. I highly recommend you try at least one.
I agree.
Just to see what it's like.
I agree. And when you see, by the way, when you see seeds in this little packet here, that's a good sign that it's a pretty pricey seed. So you want to give it a little bit more respect than you would give a seed that's coming, you know, in a more of a bulk pack.
And I just went in with my favorite classic summer herb, which is summer savory. This is called Chubarica in Bulgaria. You've probably heard me talk about this a lot.
Yeah.
Because this is quintessential to Bulgarian cuisine, and I cannot live summer without it.
Yeah, that's your classic. I mean, to be
I
honest,
have to have it.
I still haven't grown it, so maybe throw a couple in extra for me if you don't
All right,
mind.
I already got a 6-pack going, so this is my backup for you then.
I appreciate it. Well,
Maybe
what
I'll
I've
slip
got
2 for
here,
you.
what I've got here for you is one of my favorite peppers, which is Shishito.
Oh, man.
So last year we had a very abundant Shishito
Very, very
crop.
abundant.
To me, one of my favorite ones to prepare. You blister them in the pan. You throw a little soy,
So
salt,
good.
pepper, etc. This is a beautiful, beautiful variety. So I highly recommend doing this one. You know, I wouldn't say it's uncommon at all, but I would say some people probably out there just haven't given it its fair shot yet.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to beat.
Really hard to beat. And I am going in with some nice summer classic cucumbers. This one is tasty green. It is the Japanese style that's more elongate. You don't have to peel it. It has a nice crispy skin. And this one, like the name says, is quite tasty. So I'm going in with 3 of those for now. Cucumbers is something in San Diego I think we've both discovered do best as successions, just because this coastal climate produces way too much powdery mildew to be worth fighting.
I would agree with you on that. I think I am going to go in with another bell. This guy is really interesting. Take a look at that. Look at that color.
Oh, that's cool.
Really nice color on that one. Lime green interior,
That's right.
purple exterior.
Yeah, I think I grew that once before.
How'd you like it?
I don't know. I guess I haven't grown it again. I think it was good and it looks really cool, but it wasn't like,
Top tier flavor?
yeah, it wasn't like the Orange Sun to me. I remember enjoying flavor-wise more, but this one is really cool and interesting.
I'm gonna go in with, I guess, 3 of these guys, and I'll do a bell pepper mix on the other 3 on this 6L here. I would say bell's versatility-wise in the kitchen, which, remember, that is my mission this year.
That's true.
They're very versatile. You can
Yeah.
you can stuff them, you can roast them, you can chop them up. There's a million different things
Yeah,
that
you can make
do with
paprika.
it. So why
It's
not?
literally any aspect of pepper cooking you could pull
You know what
off.
was funny is I was on Twitter a little bit ago. Someone had commented that they had just found out for the first time that paprika is just roasted, oftentimes, sometimes not even roasted, dried bell peppers.
Yeah.
Ground up. That is what paprika is.
I think
the spice.
paprika literally just means pepper. And I don't know which language, might be Hungarian,
Well,
but I might be wrong.
what I know is this, Jacques. I do know that in Spain, when I was in Barcelona,
Yeah.
the paprika there is different. It's smoked.
I love smoked paprika.
And it's a mix. It's not necessarily all bell peppers.
Yeah.
It's not all Capsicum Annuum bells. It's Capsicum Annuum, different varieties of sweets that can be mixed in. And sometimes they'll throw some spice in there as well.
And that's another fun thing is that you can make paprika from any pepper. You just need to dry it up and grind it, and it's going to have unique flavor. Nobody else is going to have it. You're going to have something that's essentially unattainable to the public.
You know what? I'm surprised you haven't done your own paprika.
I actually am too. I keep saying I'm going to do it,
Yeah.
and then we eat all the peppers. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, look, I'm growing enough bells that maybe I'll
should do it.
I'll chop you off
Yeah,
a couple
all right.
bells and
I'm here for that.
a little special spice for you.
So I'm going in now with another cucumber, and this is actually one that I grew last year for the first time, and I was actually blown away. This is called Space Master 80. It's a really
Oh,
funny
that's a great
name.
one. Yeah.
But the really cool thing about this cucumber is that I put it in a grow bag with a tomato cage, and that's all it needed. It was super bushy, compact, produced an insane amount of cucumbers, and it wasn't like a sprawling mess that I had to figure out how to deal with. So if you're looking for a container cucumber, Space Master's your guy.
Well, first of all, I'm going in with my final bell, which would be Golden Cal Wonder.
Okay.
So instead of doing the mix, which we also have right here, I'm just sort of custom making my own mix. I
Yeah,
want a
that's true.
yellow, a purple, and an orange, and I just want to guarantee that's what I
You
get.
have the whole
so,
spectrum there.
yeah, I'm going just for that. And so now I'm finally out of the woods on bells. Let's mix it up and go to some hot stuff.
Ooh.
Have you ever seen this guy? Numex Joe E Parker.
Oh yeah, that's a Anaheim kind of chili.
Look at this guy. Well, this is a ideal one for roasting or stuffing. And again, going with my theme, I want to cook more and I want to cook better food, right?
One of my favorite flowers, especially for companion planting, and that is alyssum. This is a purple one called Oriental Nights. So alyssum is going to go in between all my tomatoes and peppers because it attracts those beneficial wasps that should help keep the tomato hornworms away. I'm actually taking a risky move here,
Yeah.
which is that I'm going in with a couple melons.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
it's probably a little too early. I'll admit that. But I am trying a couple that should be a little quicker, maturing, more cold tolerant.
What are you going in with?
So first is the Charentais Cantaloupe.
Yep.
I actually don't know if this one would be considered cold tolerant, but it is a smaller melon. And on the chance that we do have a warmer kind of early summer, it'll do great.
Okay.
If it doesn't, whatever, I walk away from that one.
So this one I'm really interested about because first of all, I love the art on this particular packet. You've got this stuffed jalapeno at the bottom, which I would say is not a common preparation for
Yeah.
jalapenos. Usually you're gonna dice them up or do something else with them. This one, these are massive. Jalafuego.
Oh, wow. That
These
looks
guys
cool.
can get really, really big. It's actually 4,000 to 6,000 on the Scoville unit, which is definitely hotter than the average jalapeno. And they can also grow about 4 inches long. And you can see the shape of them. is a little bit more sort of cylindrical, which I think is why they make a good choice for like stuffing or roasting with like something in there.
That'd be really interesting for jalapeno poppers. Big popper.
So this one, not a lot of seed here, so I'm going on with 1 per. Good quality looking seed though. I mean, look at the.
Oh yeah, it looks really plump and
like
clean.
There's no damage or anything like that.
I'm into that.
I like it. Oh wow, I have to grow this guy right here. This is the Santaka. This is a Japanese heirloom.
Oh, wow, that looks
this is
cool.
a very pretty pepper. When you get more into the Asian peppers, or certain Asian pepper varieties at least, you get this sort of upright pepper structure instead of them coming down.
I've never grown one like that.
Like a Thai chili, right?
Yeah.
Like you'll get that sort of habit where they're not quite heavy enough, and they also grow in a compact enough sort of arrangement that they kind of stay upwards, and it looks really pretty.
It's like ornamental almost.
So I'm gonna throw 6 of these in, just because why not?
Yeah. I'm going in with my last whiskey melon, which is Crimson Sweet. This is a smaller melon, so it should also do well in the colder potential summer that we might have. So I've had this one before. It's really delicious. It's a classic watermelon, so I know it's going to be good.
Jacques, I think the interesting thing you brought up when you're saying I'm planting a couple different types of melons, they're gambles, is, I mean, read me the price of one of these seed packs.
So this one, the Crimson Sweet, is $2.50 for the whole pack, and it's probably got close to something like 20 seeds in there, or actually more.
Yeah, so when you think about seeds versus, I don't know, a garden tool or a garden bed or like a dinner out, they're so cheap for what you get.
Cheap.
So you might as well use a few extra to make sure that you get what you want for the season. So if it's gonna be like an uncharacteristically cold summer, you have a melon for that. And if it gets a little hotter, you have a melon for that. And yeah, they might not both do amazing, or you might make a sacrifice, but it's certainly better than just having 0.
Yeah, because basically the risk I take is if I don't put these melons in and then it gets really hot and all my like last bits of brassicas, they're gonna get roasted, then my melon's just gonna take off.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm only starting a couple, because I'm not gonna plant the whole field. Just wanna pop in a couple to hedge my bets.
Exactly. So I would not be forgiven by a dear friend of mine if I did not plant the Thai chili. My dear friend Supani, who runs one of the best Thai restaurants here in San Diego, she likes to come over. She likes to have little parties at my house. And what we'll do is we'll make Thai food together, and she wants more Thai chili. So I'm actually gonna plant 6, and these are very productive.
I just went in with this Dirani squash, which is a Lebanese style squash, or kusa. This is one of my exceptions to my rule that I don't grow standard boring zucchini, because this is not standard or boring. It has a creamy flesh to it. It's very nutty flavor, very nice. It doesn't have that weird zucchini taste. It's just a really good squash. Highly recommend. It's on my Flavor Select actual package of seed
your bundle.
So
yeah, nice.
It's a keeper. So I just went in with some of my favorite flowers, nasturtiums, and this is the Fiesta Blend and the Alaska Variegated. I recently just posted some pictures of these in stories because San Diego is the nasturtium city at late spring into summer. They go absolutely crazy, and these are absolutely stunning. You have to try growing these.
So I'm gonna go in with a Chinense, which is Capsicum Chinense is, I believe that last part of that name is stemming from China, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
But this one, I am not going to pronounce the name correctly. It is Ojo de Peysha Laranja.
I'm gonna let you keep that one.
Ojo de Peysha Laranja. Please correct me. I did not get that right. And honestly, my friend Jim told me what this looked like, but I have yet to actually grow it out.
Okay.
So this is sort of one of those little mystery poppers that, let's just see. Let's just see what happens.
Might be something good. And then I'm actually gonna go in with my collards. These are Georgia Southern collards. Collards are a great green. If you want something that's going to produce into the summer, they're a little bit more heat tolerant than like your kales, but you could use them in the same way. They're actually quite delicious stewed and put into like soups. Definitely check out collards if you haven't tried them. So I'm fully loaded here.
You're fully loaded?
I need to do a little bit of a top off here. I'm gonna
And you know what?
These.
I'm gonna finish off. I got a couple more to plant, but I want to finish off with a special one here because there are 2 members of the Epic Gardening team with this name. This is the Molly.
Oh.
This is a Capsicum Annuum, the more standard sort of variety. We have 2 Mollies on our team, and you know what? I'm gonna plant this for them. I might even give this to them as a little gift.
A little bonus.
So peppers for me, Jacques, summer classics. You've got a really nice mix of different herbs.
I'm excited.
You've got a lot of different stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you're, of course, interested in any of the seeds we offer at Botanical Interest, which is our seed company, you can check them out. And like I said, This is limited edition. We've got the yellow, the river, the almond, and the rain colors here on the 6Ls. They're gone when they're gone. I think they're really cool. And then we also have the classics, the black, the sage, and the terracotta. Until next time, my friends, good luck in the garden and keep on growing.